Hi folks, Sandra Sherman here from Vienna, Austria. Today's song is Sunny, and it was requested by you guys several times, so here it is. I made a chord melody arrangement in a Bossa Nova style. I consider it intermediate level due to the ongoing Bossa Nova rhythm pattern. But I'm going to show you everything slowly and in detail as usual. I'm also providing you with tabs for you to download from my website. The link for this link is down in the description below. And I would like to know what you guys want me to teach you next. So please post your requests in the comment section. Okay, let's get sunny. Sunny is usually played in a disco funky kind of style like this. Or in a Latin style. And this is what I went for, okay? In this case, we can use our fingers solely. You could also hybrid pick, but you cannot play with your pick alone. So you can hybrid pick with your pick or fingers, which I usually do, but for Latin stuff, I preferably play with fingers, okay? Because there's so much going on in between. All right, so we have a rhythm going on, which I'm gonna teach you, and we have the melody in between. So use your fingers solely. The song is in the key of A minor, and we actually have one A part. One A section. That's it. It's quite a short song. All right, let's get started. So here's phrase number 1, and I'm gonna play it for you quickly so you can hear what it sounds like. 3, 4. All right. We start with an A minor 7 chord, which is on the 5th fret, because here is the A. 5th fret of the E string, we have an A. We do not play the A string, we have a bar chord with the ring finger over the D, G, and B strings. So I use my thumb, index, middle, and ring finger. No pinky used here. Okay, I play this once, and then there's a melody going on the B string. So I hit it with my ring finger a second time. Okay, sunny. And now I add a rhythm, because otherwise we would just have sunny and it will ring out. So I'm adding a rhythm, and the rhythm is a Bossa Nova rhythm. I play the bass again, only the bass, so the low E string on the 5th. And then I play the middle 2 strings, which are the D and G strings, still on the 5th. And I play those twice, so this is the rhythm. And I do not use the B string because this is where the melody is, okay? Sunny. I do not want to repeat that, because that would distract from the melody. So whenever I fill in with a rhythm, I play the lower strings and try to have the upper string with the melody still ringing, okay? So the first bar is sunny, and then I rest, and for that rest I put my hand as it is. I have my fingers towards my palm, and I just kind of snap onto the strings. I don't do this or any funny stuff, you know. I just leave my right hand the way it is and kind of clap it on here, kind of snap it on. okay? And then I go over to the G minor 7 chord, which is on the third, A minor 7 on the fifth, and G minor 7 on the third. We have a cadence now, G minor, C7, and F major. I start with the G minor, and I only play the strings till the G string again, because I have no melody in here, so I don't want to distract again. I only play to the G string. So I have the third on the E string, the third barred with my ring finger on the D and G string. And then I rest again, because this is kind of the rhythm of Latin. Okay, we always have this snappy thing. Sunny. Okay, now I change over to the fifth of the cadence, and I play a C13 chord. Usually I would play it like this and not bar it, but here I need the upper E string also later on, so I bar it. On the 8th fret, I have a C on the E string. Then I have my middle finger on the 9th of the G, my ring finger on the 10th of the B string, and the high E string has the bar chord on the 8th. So I have 8 on E, 9, 10, and 8 again. I'll play the upper 3 strings now, G, B, and E strings, okay? Make sure that melody comes out by hitting the E string a little harder with your ring finger, okay? Then I'll leave everything as it is and hit the B string, which has the ring finger lying here. Then I put my ring finger off, I lift it up, and my index bars, and I'm on the 8th fret of the B string. And now I play the G string where my middle finger is still laying. Okay. Sorry. Yesterday, my... Okay. Then I go over to the F major chord. And I change the melody here just slightly so we have more time to change the chord. I have an F major here on the 1st of E string, the 2nd of the D, 2nd of G, and 1st of B. This is the melody here. Then I hit the G string alone while everything's still ringing. Then I go back to the B string. And now I need to lift up my pinky because I need it on the 3rd of the B string for the melody. Okay? All right. And then I go over to a B minor 7 chord, 11, sorry, B minor 11, which we find on B is here on the 7th fret. Then I have my ring finger on the 7th of the D, the pinky on the 7th of the G, and the index on the 5th of the B string, which is the 11th of the B minor 11 chord, and a melody. That's why we have a B minor 11 chord here. This is a melody. Okay, so from F. I forgot to tell you there's a rest. And this, I use this rest to change over to B flat minor 11 chord and hit it. And I have a rest again. And then I change over to E7. I can leave my index and my ring and my pinky as they are and change those 2 fingers. E7, that's the ring on the 7th of the A string. That's an E, that's a root. The middle finger is on the 6th of the D, 7th of G from before, and 5th of B from before. 7, 6, 7, 5, inner 4 strings. And I play the bass first, the A string, because I have a rhythm. This is a rhythm filler. There's no melody going on. and the middle two strings. Actually, I don't even play the B string, but I'll leave it there because why should I lift it up? Okay, so just the A string and then the D and G string twice. Okay, I'm gonna play this whole phrase now very slowly for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Phrase number 2 is actually a variation of phrase number 1, so there won't be too much of a difference here. I play it for you quickly so you can hear it. 3, 4. We start with the A minor 7 again, so this is the 5th 5 5 5 on the like before in the first part. Then I hit the B string again. Then I have the rhythm, E string, and twice for the middle two strings, D and G string. Exactly like bar number 1. Then I make my rest. And now I have a passing chord. I move down to A flat minor 7, which is the same chord, just one to the left. So I have the 4th fret of E, 4th of D and G. I do not play the B string, just E, D and G up to the middle finger. Because it's just a filler chord, it has no melody. And then I move down to G minor 7, same thing on the 3rd fret, and also E string, D string, G string, no B string here, okay? Revisit from here. And a rest, okay? G minor 7 and a rest. And now it's up for the C13 again, but this time I do not use the ring finger for the 13 already, okay? So because I only need to play up till the G string. I have my 8 barred with the index finger, 8 of E string. Then I play the D string this time on the 8 too, and on the middle fingers on the 9th. Okay, so I have 8, 8, 9, no A string here. Up until here. And I already press my index down to the high E string, or up to the high E string, because this is the next note. I'm gonna play the melody note. Okay, this is just a filler chord, and now it's the melody, and it's ringing into the chord. Then I put my ring or pinky on the 10th fret of the B string. Then I lift it up again, and I still have my bar chord pressed. So I change from 10B to 8B, which is on the bar chord. And then I play the G string where my middle finger is still lying, okay? So for the right hand, you can use any of your fingers that you like. I don't know, I play different every time. Ring finger, middle finger, and then again middle finger or index finger, and index finger. Okay. Then we head over to F major 7, like we did before in the first 4 bars, sorry. So this is 1 E, 2 D, 2 G, and 1 B. Then it's the G string alone, while everything's still ringing. Then the B string, and now I'll lift my pinky up to have the 3rd of the B string, exactly like bar 3. Then I head over to B flat minor 11 again. This is exactly like at the end of bar 3. This is 7 E, 7, 7 of D and G, and 5 of B. Then I have my rest, and then I change to E7 just like we did before. Nothing new here. 7 A, 6 D, 7 G, and this B string we don't really need it, but it's still lying there, so let's keep it there. I play the bass only, and those two strings, D and G string, twice. Okay? All right. I'm gonna play phrase number 2 for you slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's phrase number 3, which I consider the trickiest of the 4, but we'll manage to do that too. And I'm gonna play it quickly for you first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, our phrase starts in the preceding bar, in the preceding phrase number 2 actually, where we had the E7 going on, which was on the 7th of the A string, 6th of the D, 7th of G, and 5th of B. And we play on count number 4, that's where we are, we play the B string, and after that we play the G string. Okay, so we had, this was end of phrase number 2, and now it's, okay. Then I go over to A minor 7. This time I bar it on the 5th fret. I don't play it like this because we have some melody going on where I need my, which I need my fingers for, my other fingers. All right, so I have the 5th barred, E, D, G, and B strings are played with the right hand. Then I hit that G string one more time, then the 7th on the G string, and then the E, D, and G strings all at once. No B string here because this is a filler chord. There's no melody anymore here. I think the lyrics are sad days are gone, or something like this. So the sun. And one more time the 7th on the G, okay? Now we have a G minor 11, 13 it is actually, due to the melody. G is on the 3rd of the E string, 3rd and 3rd of D and G strings. Our index is on the 1st string of the B, first fret of the B string. This is a G minor 11 chord, regular jazz chord, but the melody is on the high E string. So don't mute it. That's a little hard in the beginning. Put your wrist front, round your finger, make them really round, bend them, don't stretch them, bend them. And we play the upper 3 strings actually. So the E string, B string, and G string, and the low E string. All at once. Then we hit the B string, which is on the 1st. Then I lift my pinky and place it on the 3rd of the B string. And I try to keep everything where it is so the chord can still ring. And back to the 1st, okay? Have the chord still ringing. Okay, that was that difficult chord. And now we change over to C7. And this is the 3rd. I actually leave my index. I don't need it, but I'll leave it there because it's part of the C7. We're not gonna play it, but I'll leave it there. So I have kind of contact to my guitar. I don't wanna lift my fingers up all the time. I wanna keep contact with the strings so I'm better aware of where I am. Okay, from here I change. Actually, I can also leave my pinky on. I change to C7 now for filler chord. I have my ring on the 3rd of the A string, middle on the 2nd of D, this remains on the 3rd of G, and this remains on the 1st of B. C7 this is, and I played only the bass first, A string, and then the D and G string. And I do not play the B string, okay? That's my rhythm filling. Okay, from G minor 13. All right, and now I have an F major chord, but I don't play this one, I played this one. I guess you know that from pop guitar playing, but we'll lift our index finger up. So we have the 3rd of D, the 2nd of G, the 1st of B, and the open E string. Don't mute it, don't play it like this, but like this. Okay? So that's an F major 7 chord. Then I take my pinky and place it on the 3rd of the B string. I don't have to lift my index up for this because I return to it in a second. Now I lift it up again and play the B string again. This time it's the 1st, yeah, okay. And the pinky again on the 3rd of the B string. Okay, from G minor. And here we have a B flat 7 flat 5 chord. I played with my thumb, and I suggest you do it too. Yeah, I think you couldn't play it any other way. Yeah, because of the melody. So thumb on the 6th fret of the E string, middle finger on the 6th of the D, ring on the 7th of the G, and 5th of the B string with your index. That's a B flat 7 flat 5 chord. Then I hit my G string one more time, and now I need a B flat 9 flat 5 chord because I need this melody tone, and this is a 9th. And now the chord is still 6th on the E, still 6th on the D, but now 5th barred over on the G to the B string. 6, 6, 5, 5. Oops, that was wrong, sorry. 6, 6, 5, 5. Okay. One more time. Okay, and now I'm going back to the B flat 7 flat 5 chord by putting my ring finger back on the 7th of the G string. And here's the whole phrase in slow motion for you. Phrase number 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're almost through, so this is the last phrase, number 4. Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, what's going on here? We have a B minor 11 chord, which is, we had it already, on 7th fret of E, 7, 7 of D and G, and 5th of B string. And we play a filler chord first, so up to the G string, thumb, index, middle finger, because there's no melody on count number 1. And now on count number 2, we add the melody on the B string. And those are 3 B string notes, okay? And now I switch over to E7. We've had this before also. The index and the pinky remain, keep them in place, and we switch our middle and ring finger. The ring finger is on 7 of A, middle 6 of D, this remains on 7G, and this remains on 5th of B. And we play up to the G string, A, D, and G string, 7, 6, 7. Okay? Now we fill it with our rhythm, which is bass, the A string, and then twice D and G string. Bum, bum, bum. Now it's A minor 7, and I bar it again because I need a melody here and then. 5th fret of E, D, and G string, no B string. This is just a filler. No, it's not a filler, actually a melody is here on the G string. So E, D, and G string. Then I add my ring or pinky on the D string of the 7th fret. Okay, revisit from B minor 11. And now I fill it by playing the bass again and the middle 2 strings. Leave everything as is and play the E string and the D and G string twice. Then I rest, I make a real hard rest and change over to the final chords, the Hendrix chord, E7 sharp 9. It's not the Hendrix chord, he stole it from jazz guitarists. Okay. That's an E on the 7th of the A string, 6th of D, the 7th of G, and the 8th, which is the sharp 9 of B, 7, 6, 7, 8. I play with all my fingers except for the pinky, thumb, index, middle, ring. After this, I lift my fingers up here slightly so the chord doesn't ring anymore, but don't lift them up completely. And then I press it again and play the second beat. 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another rest on 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, I play the whole last phrase, phrase number 4, for you slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be a rest, should have been a rest. Here we go. All right, I really hope you liked my little chord melody bossa nova arrangement of Sunny. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up. and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to, you can post your request for next songs in the comment section. I see you next time, and auf Wiedersehen from Vienna.